What's going on, guys? My name is Max. Welcome back. This will be my first time reacting to MAMAMOO. MAMAMOO? Am I saying that properly? MAMAMOO? Guys, I'm a communication skills coach. What I do on this channel is I react to all different types of communication skills, and you know what to do. If you haven't yet, please, please, please hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, let's get into MAMAMOO. First time checking them out. I'm looking forward to it. Enjoy. MAMAMOO, MAMAMOO.
안녕하세요, 마마무입니다.
Okay. Already pretty catchy. MAMAMOO. I'll stop. I'm sorry. I'll stop.
노래 잘한다, 예쁘다, 모든 걸 잘한다. 맞죠? 겸손하네. 솔직한 토크 기대하면서 꼭 부탁드립니다. 준비되셨죠?
네.
앨범 타이틀이 Melting.
네. 와우.
Melting. 제가 아는 그럼 그 영어 맞죠? Melting. 녹이다.
네, 맞아요.
녹는다. 그런 뜻인데 얼음은.
Okay, very first reaction, very first impression, Solar on the left. She's really holding on the eye contact with the host here. I think his name's Brian, the host. Really kind of giving him the flirty eyes. Now again, we've talked about this on this channel. Flirty isn't necessarily a romantic thing, but just the way she's making eye contact with him, it's like she wants him to notice almost. I'm not saying she likes the guy or anything like that, but she's putting the charm on.
살짝만 아카펠라로 들려줄 수 있나요?
네, 타이틀곡으로.
네. 시작. Come on, hey mommy. Come on, hey daddy. 이리 와서 얘들 좀 봐. Come on, hey sister. Come on, hey brother. 누가 얘들 좀 알려줘.
Okay, I like that. Talented girls. Hwasa looks like a badass, you know? She's kind of projecting quite a bit of confidence, not only because she took the lead in the little singing there, but just the way she projected her voice. She really seems like she's got a lot of confidence about her. I like Hwasa's vibe. And then the only person that really stood out, not necessarily in a negative way, this wasn't a negative thing, but I did notice MAMAMOO. She was different from the rest of the girls in the sense that she was kind of looking down while she was doing her thing, while the other three girls had their eyes up and were sort of like open to being seen. So I do wonder right off the bat, like, you know, is she maybe a little quieter than the rest of the girls? We'll see.
제 앞에는 이성 절대 없지만.
네, 하고
이렇게.
숙이고 다리고 이렇게
바운스.
하고 두 번은 일어나서
숙이고 일어나서.
네, 하고 그 팔 돌리면서 찍어주세요.
약간 갱스터 필로.
네. 네. 바로 너 하고 찍어주시면
바로
너
너.
하고 너 이대로 네 하고 하고 놀라주.
There's a moment there when all the girls are kind of doing their thing and Hwasa is looking at him kind of amused.
하고 두 번은 일어나서
숙이고
네
일어나서.
하고 그 팔 돌.
Just an indication here is that Hwasa, she kind of feels like she's independent. She doesn't necessarily do, you know, what the other girls are doing. But that's my first impression of Hwasa. She's kind of like an independent. I called her a badass chick earlier. She's kind of like an independent, I march to the beat of my own drum, I do my own thing type of woman. That's sort of the impression that I get from her off the bat, just by a couple little things that she's done.
제 남편한테 모닝콜 한 번씩 한 번 해주세요. 나는 이렇게 해보고 싶다.
그냥 앞으로 해보고 싶은 모닝콜은 있어요. 도라에몽 형대모사를 할 수 있거든요.
진짜로요? 제가 받아볼게요 그럼.
띠띠띠띠띠.
네. 누구세요?
Wheein seems pretty funny. They all seem actually quite engaged with this interview. I've noticed, like, they're really showing some good listening skills here. Whenever the interviewer asks a question, they seem to be responding like almost immediately.
첫 번째 정규 앨범이라면서요?
네.
Like they're very engaged. They seem to all be very into what's going on right now, which is nice to see. They all seem to certainly like each other and really want to be a part of this.
그리고 각자 이상형 공식을 좀 한번 세워보겠습니다.
일단 제가 먼저
네네네.
좀 다른 멤버도 약간 평범하지 않거든요 지금.
아 여기서 보니까 외계인 같은 것도 하나 있네.
저는 이렇게 그렸고요.
혜인 씨 거 되게 잘 그렸다.
무쌍 50 플러스.
우선 나고, 네. 헤어스타일은 지금 환희예요.
유쾌함 100 플러스.
딱 난데?
듬직한 어깨 50 플러스.
It seems like, now that I think about it, in Korean culture, appearance is talked about more. This is what we want: bigger shoulders, no double eyelids or double eyelids. Like, they're very specific about the appearance that they're attracted to or that they'd want. And maybe that does take place in other cultures, but other cultures aren't as open to talking about it.
그냥 얼굴 큰 사람.
웃는 상.
웃는 상.
웃상을 좋아해요, 웃상.
마지막으로 허사 씨의 이상형.
네, 저는 얼굴을 제가 막 보는 편이 아니고
달걀 귀신 좋아해요?
See, this is what I'm saying about Hwasa. She seems real. This is what I'm saying, you know what I mean? She's like, I don't really care about someone's looks. I'm telling you, she's independent, she's different.
최근 마마무에는 1cm의 목숨 거는 member가 있다. 보통 여자들 허리 아니면은 키 그런 거 둘 중에
Interesting. I mean, wow, this is like very like appearance focused.
키가 몇인데요?
63이요. 163.
물돈 3이야, 162지. 정확히.
162.8이에요.
그럼 밑에 사람들이 발끈을 해요, 바로. 밑에 사람들이. 물돈 바로 밑에 사람들.
우리 밑에 사람.
See, I don't know why, but this conversation makes me feel a little uncomfortable. Listen, this is a part of the Korean culture. This is, you know, stuff they talk about. I'm not hating on it in any way. But for some reason, it makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable. Because listen, like, if you don't meet the height standards here, you're gonna feel like shit, kinda, right? I don't know.
언니가 맨날 161이다. 너랑 나랑 1cm나 차이 난다. 이래서 그게 아니라 언니 두상이 큰 거라고.
내가 여기가 크대요. 그러니까 여기가 1cm가 올라왔다.
그럼 어깨를 따지면 키는 똑같은데 머리만 한 명 이만큼 크다는 얘기죠.
와, 나 진짜 어이없어. 나 진짜.
그게
이건
아니라
아니야.
Yeah, like Solar, I feel like she knows how to carry herself, right? She's got like a positive persona. She's got really good posture. She comes across as like, you know, very feminine and very just put together. I can see her kind of being a leader in a way in this group. She's kind of like half of the leadership in this group, if I had to guess. Whereas Hwasa is like the other leader. And I can see Hwasa kind of like being like an international superstar. Wee-in, you know, she seems like an interesting one to me. She seems a little bit more disagreeable. Wee-in seems like, you know, you can kind of read her facial expressions. Like, you know, if she's not interested in you, you'll know. She does seem like she has a pretty good sense of humor, but she seems quite blunt. And then Moonbyul, haven't really paid too much attention to her. She seems like she might be a little bit more on the quiet side, but I do definitely get a realness from her. I definitely do get sort of like an authentic vibe.
토크를 갖도록 하겠습니다.
저 화사양한테 물어볼 게 있어요.
어떤 거예요?
솔라 언니가 화사양 키가 159.9라는데 그게 맞나요?
무슨 소리세요, 언니?
앞에 보세요.
아, 진짜.
앞에 보세요.
저는 이제 160이고요.
I did say at the beginning it seemed like Solar was a little flirty, not in a bad way, but she did seem a little flirty. But now that I'm thinking about it, I just think that's her way of showing other people that she's listening and making other people feel important. I think that's part of her charm. When I say charm, I mean she knows how to make people feel good. You know, she's listening to you, she smiles at you, she makes eye contact with you. And I just noticed a glimpse of that there when she was interacting with Hwasa.
이거는 진짜 잔인한 질문이지만 나는 이 멤버보다는
핀이요.
흰 씨보다 내가 키 커 보인다.
그럼요.
아 근데 저 그런 소리 들은 적 있거든요.
어떤 거?
화사가 너보다 작아 이런
야,
소리
이리 와봐.
아 진짜로 그런 질문 있었어요? 키 차이 몇 나죠? 흰 씨랑?
1cm.
Yeah, like again, I noticed like a glimpse of Solar like listening. She was like really listening. Like I'm not sure if this is necessarily a conscious thing. I'm not sure how conscious she is of this, but she definitely knows how to make people like her. But just by the way she looks at people, I feel like it's important for her for people to like her. Or this could be in addition to that, it's important for her for people to feel comfortable and for people to feel good around her.
1cm 하나 때문에 진짜 예민하다.
화사요.
진짜로요?
화사요, 화사.
제 예민한가 봐요. 저도 몰랐어요.
문별 양은 그나마 이제 여기서 제일 크잖아요.
네.
휘인 양은 휘인이는 이제 제일 작으니까 뭐 이렇게 말할 게 없는 거예요. 화사양이랑 이제 제가 이제 중간에 그 껴가지고
Yeah, see Wee-in's expression there? Wee-in, her expression, like she makes it obvious, it seems like, in terms of how she feels. She's transparent in that way. That's what it feels like to me. Like it feels like to me, like I said earlier, if Wee-in doesn't like you, she can cut you out. You'll know, and maybe that can feel rude or offensive, but I just think that's part of her honesty, part of her sort of bluntness. That's a part of her personality. That's what it seems like.
화사양보다 제가 커요. 이건 사실인데
왜 싸우는지 아시겠죠?
네, 제가 큰데
이런 식으로
그래서 이제
봐요.
화사양이 지금처럼 이렇게 발끈을 하는 게 아닐까.
네.
네, 제가 예민한가 봅니다.
네, 이렇게 해서 마마무에는 1cm 목숨을 거는 멤버 우리 화사 씨가 있다는 사실을 알면서 2라운드 체키라웃을 마치겠습니다.
Yeah, man, Hwasa's got a realness about her. I really like her. I'm kind of drawn to Hwasa. I know that was just a little thing, but I think she displayed just a little bit of vulnerability, a little bit of honesty there when she said she was the sensitive one. You know, I think she's okay. She's the most okay, it seems like, with kind of showing and revealing her true self, if I had to guess.
마마무 is 원들!
정규 앨범을 이번에 들고 나왔는데요. 앞으로 열심히 활동할 테니까 많이 기대해 주시고 많은 관심 부탁드리겠습니다.
Listen, I think there's more to Solar that meets the eye. You know, it would be unfair for me to say that she's just sort of like this put together, charming girl. Like, I think there's a lot more to her. I think there was little moments there of her being goofy and silly and outgoing. And, you know, I think there's a lot more depth to her. And I think there's a lot more sides to all these girls, as there are to most people. But I'd be curious to see some more of them. Guys, if you want to watch my full uncut reaction and analysis, all you need to do is click on my Patreon link below. I've also got a ton of other K-pop uncut live reactions, uncut reactions, tons of stuff. So if you're interested in any of that, all you need to do is click on my Patreon link below. Aside from that, thank you for tuning in. My name is Max. I will catch you soon. Peace.